Don't let it define you. The moment you do that, you are never going to go for what you want. And in life, if you don't go for what you want, you won't get it. Hey lovelies, thank you for coming back. And if you're new here, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe though. And please, if you like this video, put a thumbs up. So how are you doing? How's everything? How's COVID treating you? It's treated me okay. I've had my ups and downs, but you know, we're getting used to it. So how are you doing? What's been happening with you? Any good news? Any bad news? Don't worry, we're all gonna be fine. I want to talk to you about something that used to hurt me deep, so deep, until I found out how to handle it, and that's rejection. Rejection is horrible. It would hurt you deep in your heart and make you feel like you're not good enough. It will make you feel like you're crap, like you're not anything, like you're not worthy of anybody or that person. But I'm here to tell you that that's a lie. You need to learn how to handle rejection, and I'll show you how. You ready? First of all, let me give you one free advice. If someone wants you, you will know. If they don't, you'll be confused, right? You know what I'm talking about. All those mixed signals that they keep giving you, it's a lie. You need to walk. If someone's not actually saying, all right, I want you, then please, what are you doing? Don't do this to yourself. That's why you keep hurting yourself. That's why you feel rejected, because you keep waiting on that person to give you a clear-cut answer. And when they're not doing it, you're still making excuses on their behalf, or maybe this, or maybe that. Nah. Number one reason why people reject you is because number one, you're not what they want. But let's think about this. Why is that a problem? I totally understand that it's painful. It really hurts. I've been there before. There are guys that I really wanted, and even though I did everything to get them, they made me feel like shit. And I started to think that there was something wrong with me. But the truth is, why do you expect to be everyone's cup of tea? Why do you expect to be everyone's taste? It's painful, I know, but seriously, let it go. And I'll tell you why. When you don't let it go, you start feeling like you're not good enough for that person. And you know what that does to you? It makes you feel like you're not good enough for anybody else. So even when you start wanting somebody else, you don't go for it because you're scared that that person's going to do the same thing that the other person did to you. So number one rule, you need to accept that you can't be for everyone. You can't be for everybody. It's impossible. There are people who are going to look at you and think, damn, you're hot. And someone else is going to look at you and think, why does this girl look like Amala? That's life. That is life. You need to accept that. Whatever the case is, you need to tell yourself that, listen, I've come out of my comfort zone to tell this person or to hint at this person that I want them. And they don't want me back. What am I still doing here? So let me tell you how I started handling this. The first thing that I did was learn how to love myself. It's as simple as that. You have to learn how to love yourself. Once you start loving yourself, whoever rejects you or whatever comes your way in life, you just take it as. You just tell yourself that, okay, that's life. Moving on now to next things. Because guess what? You've rejected people before. In fact, you reject people every single day. Do you know how you make them feel? And why do you reject these people? Solely because they're not what you want. So what manner of arrogance makes you think that that person that you want has to want you back? What is it? I used to be that person until I actually told myself that, listen, they don't actually have to want me back. Yes, I tried my best. I try to let them know that I want them, but they don't want me. So I have to move on. So the first thing that you need to learn how to do is love yourself. When you love yourself, you can handle anything. Because when you don't love yourself and someone rejects you, everything becomes you. It becomes, oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I don't have this. Oh, I don't have that. Or maybe I'm not this enough. Or maybe I'm not that enough. And that's only just going to ruin your self-esteem, and you don't want to do that to yourself. I get it. It's painful. All you need to do is just, if you have to cry about it, cry. But don't let it be something that controls you. Don't let it be something that hurts you. Don't let it define you. The moment you do that, you are never going to go for what you want. And in life, if you don't go for what you want, you won't get it. I get it. When someone rejects you, most people recoil, but I wouldn't. Well, not anymore anyway. I used to, but not anymore. And what you need to do is still carry on the way you are. Be yourself. If you feel like there's somebody out there that you want, speak to them. Rejection's the reason why you're still single, sis, bro. Rejection is the reason why you're still in that shitty relationship. Rejection is the reason why you're still letting people treat you like crap. Once you start loving yourself, all of these things, they're out. They're out. Because there is no way you're letting anyone love you less than you love yourself. When you love yourself, you become cocky. And when you're cocky, you're unstoppable. And I'm not saying that people aren't going to reject you or make you feel like crap, but don't let it stay for too long. Shake it off and keep it moving. And the number one rule is to always remember that not everyone's going to want you. You can't be everyone's cup of tea. You can't be everyone's taste. Now, another thing that I noticed about people is people tend to think that when they get rejected, that it's mostly about the physical or about things that they don't have. And the truth is, yes, a lot of times it is. But other times it's also because that person has their personal reasons. What if that person doesn't actually want a relationship at that time? What if that person doesn't feel like they're good enough for anybody at that moment? Which is why it should never be about what people think or about that other person. It should be about you and what you think of yourself. And what you should always think of yourself at all times is that you are good enough for anybody. Work to be the best version of yourself. Whatever you can change, change it. Whatever you can't change, learn to love it. Be the best version of yourself at all times, just so that you can feel confident in yourself and know that no matter what the situation is, you can stand there and confidently say that, yes, this is me, take me as I am. Honestly, that's how it is. I remember when I used to feel rejected, and the number one reason why I felt rejection so deep was because I kept telling myself that I wasn't good enough. And I kept comparing myself to people as well. I would look around me. In fact, I had this graphic image in my head where whenever a guy rejected me, I would start thinking about girls that I think he would like girls with bigger butts, or like girls with lighter skin, or like girls with bigger breasts. And I'd be like, oh, maybe if I look like that, or maybe if I this. Nah, that's wrong. Don't do that to yourself. Please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. There are billions of people in this world, and there's always somebody for you. Not even somebody, there are millions of people who would meet you and love you the way you are. So don't let rejection get you down. Don't let rejection be the reason why you're single, or why you're still stuck in that silly, terrible relationship, or why you keep letting people hurt you or put you down, or why you keep putting yourself down. Don't do that to yourself. Get up today. Speak to that guy or speak to that girl that you like. Tell them what you want. This can also apply to the job that you want. What's the worst that could happen? They'd say no, and then you keep on moving. But what you do whenever you get a rejection is keep upping your game. no matter how little it is. Keep upping your game. We have so many options that rejection these days is easy. I'm telling you. Now, another thing that could happen if you don't accept rejection is people start to feel sorry for you. Sometimes people don't want to reject you, so they take you. And guess what? You get the version of them that you don't deserve. Honestly, they start treating you like shit. Some people would even go as far as being horrible to you just so that you can make that decision on your own. Is that what you want for yourself? Why would you want to do that to yourself? You're amazing. You're 1 in a million. You're magnificent. You can do anything you put your heart to. All I need you to do is learn how to love yourself. Nobody can tell me that I'm not good enough. Not one person in this world. And that's because I have my own value. I've told myself that I am good enough for anything and for anyone. Rejection is hard, but it's harder when you don't love yourself. So I need you to learn how to love yourself and learn that not everybody's going to want you. That's just the truth of life. You need to accept that. The fact that somebody has rejected you today doesn't mean that it's going to happen again. And if it keeps happening and happening and happening, it means that you still haven't found somebody who wants you.